Let's think firstly about when did you last wake someone up in the night for some reason? Or when did you last get woken up in the night, in the middle of the night? It's usually, isn't it, that happens because something really important's happening or has just happened. Sometimes it's something very sad, like a death in the family. I remember my parents waking me up in '97 at sort of 6 in the morning. I think they'd just woken up and they'd heard about Princess Diana dying and telling me about that in '97. Prime ministers, I understand, get woken up in the middle of the night. Something really serious has happened, maybe. War's broken out somewhere. But sometimes it's something really happy has happened as well, isn't it? Sometimes really significant. Maybe there's been a birth, or a woman gets woken up by labour pains and is having to go into hospital. But in any case, whether it's happy news or sad news, it's definitely momentous and significant, isn't it, when somebody wakes someone up in the middle of the night or someone gets woken up in the middle of the night. And I think that's what we should really take away from this tiny little snapshot. We're only reading a tiny sliver of the book of Ruth today, aren't we? But we should take it that actually as Boaz wakes up and this little encounter happens between Ruth and Boaz, that something really significant's happening. It'd be really quite easy to miss that in the story and in the grand scheme of things, but something really momentous is happening. And that is that Ruth is coming to Boaz as a redeemer, and it's going to change the course of their lives forever. But not just their lives, it's been written down for us, hasn't it? This book of Ruth has been given to us by God. Here we are reading it 3,000 years later, as a picture of what it means for us to come to Jesus as our Redeemer. And the Bible makes it really clear that every time somebody comes to Jesus as our Redeemer, that it is a tremendously significant and momentous thing. Jesus himself says in Luke 15, that every time one sinner turns in repentance, there's rejoicing in heaven when one sinner comes to God. Heaven itself takes notice when one person turns to God, comes to Jesus as a Redeemer.